In today's video, I challenged myself to make 3 clone mocks, the only caveat being that I do not know what clones I will use. We're going to leave that up to the wheel. So if you guys enjoy and want to see more videos like this one, please make sure to like and subscribe as it does help out the channel. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have every legion of clone that I own on the side here in the wheel. And we're just going to spin the wheel and see what 3 legions we get. And the first one is the 212. Alright, that's a pretty good one. Now let's get legion number 2. The Coruscant Guard. Okay. Pretty good. Now let's get number 3. The 327th Star Corps. Okay. That is not the worst lineup. Definitely some interesting ones. So I need to make a mock with the 212th, the Coruscant Guard, and the 327 Star Corps. I think I have some pretty good ideas for these mocks. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So for this first mock, I wanted to do something that was very recognizable for the 212th. And so I decided to build Utapau. I have never attempted to build Utapau before. This was my first time doing it, so I kind of just looked up online how people build Utapau and sort of used that for inspiration. Unfortunately, I did not have any olive green that would have really helped break up the monotony of the dark tan. Maybe I'll note that down for if I ever do a big, large-scale Utapau mock. But I think the dark tan does work. I added some plates and bricks to kind of give it some elevation, so it's not just a flat slab of tan. And also just to note for these mocks, I'm not building a specific scene, but just anything with these clones. So as we can see here, the platform is now done. So now getting into what minifigs I'll be using, I will be using, of course, the 212th. I will also be using these custom airborne troopers. I also have these battle droids from Clone Army Customs. And probably the main event of this fig lineup is I have a custom crab droid, and I think you guys might be able to know or tell what scene I'm going to be recreating. And now here is the finished product. Of course, I think everyone knows that scene of the 212th Trooper jumping on top of the crab droid. I think this looks really good. I especially love the 212 Trooper getting shot in the chest. But now let's move on to the next mock. I know I said I wasn't going to build or going for building scenes, but I just couldn't pass up building the deaths of 5s. So as you can see, I kind of just built this very generic floor out of dark gray and light gray. And then I also built this sort of back wall thing just to have something back there because I felt like it needed it. And as we attach it to the platform, you can really see it start to come together. But obviously, you cannot have this without some crates. So just throwing some crates here and there and everywhere. Now getting to the figures, I am going for obviously the Coruscant Guard. I'm going to have Fox. I am also going to have Anakin Skywalker and Captain Rex, as they are prominent to this scene. Now for the 5s, I took the 5s from the Tantive hallway, took his head off, and just put him on normal P2 clone armor, and I think he looks really good. Now let's get the scene all set up. The minifigs are all placed, and I gotta say, it looks absolutely incredible. I love that clear piece that I used to resemble the tractor beam that 5s captures Anakin and Rex with. I think the scene just looks really dynamic, and all around, it's a very simple thing. You can put it on your desk or whatever, but I think it does just capture everything very nicely. Now let's get to the final mock. Last but surely not least, we have the 327th, and I was trying to figure out what other mock I could do, trying to get ideas from the Clone Wars, but nothing really stood out to me like the iconic scene of the 327th on Felucia with Aayla Secura. So I wanted to do that. I didn't want to do a directly like Order 66 scene, but I wanted to do more of a scene that was taken events previous to that, maybe like 10 minutes before. So as you can see, I built just a very generic brown landscape with dark tan pathing, and then I just threw in every single plant piece that I had, which really made me realize just how minimal my actual piece diversity is, because this really just looks like something you'd see in my backyard. But I think it does capture the plant density well of Felucia. I don't think it looks necessarily bad, I just don't think it looks like Felucia, and I think you guys could agree with me on that. But I think it does look pretty good, all things considered, just throwing in some general grass pieces and just things like that to kind of pad it out a little more. Now obviously I am using Ayla Secura. I am also going to be using Commander Bly, as obviously, you know, who else to command the 327th. And obviously I'm going to be using the 327th, and also throwing in this Airborne Trooper from Clone Army Customs because I felt like it. The minifigs are placed, and this honestly might be my favorite mock of the entire video. I just love how they look. I'm a sucker for that though, of just having troops walking down a path, more of like going to his thing. And as you can see, Bly is getting a very important message. I wonder what message he's getting. But yeah, very good mock. Now let's wrap up the video. I know this isn't a challenge video, but I have to say I think we absolutely killed it today. These look absolutely amazing. Some of my favorite mocks that I've ever made. This challenge really allowed me to kind of get on it today, and yeah, I'm very, very happy and pleased with how these mocks turned out. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite mock is, and with that being said, I will see you studs later.